Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Puglo Escobar, and today we'll be taking a look at the Benefactor LM87, retailing for a price of $2,915,000, and I'm sure you'll agree in terms of looks it's more aerodynamic than an American Eagle flying a jet fighter now, isn't it? Okay, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have got ourselves two fully modified LM87s, so we're going to take them out into the street and see how they handle. Okay, so what can we say? In terms of acceleration, ladies and gentlemen, it sets off slower than a sedated snowman. That's the simple truth of it, as you're about to see here. Yes, there we go. Okay, in terms of handling, ladies and gentlemen, that's what this car really has got going for it. It's sort of tighter than a nervous nun in a whorehouse, if you know what I mean. In terms of top-end speed, ladies and gentlemen, it's very rapid. It's quicker than a kangaroo on a Kawasaki motorcycle, you know. And its traction, ladies and gentlemen, is without doubt the finest point of this particular vehicle. Try as you might, you're not going to get the thing to slide out. It just grips the road like glue, you know. Okay, so there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much the first rundown of it. Acceleration's fairly poor, handling's very good, ladies and gentlemen. Top-end speed is appreciable. I can't drive very well, evidently. Okay, well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is this standard lap, as we call it, you know. And now we're going to take the vehicle on up to Sandy Shore and put it up against some of the vehicles. Okay, so the next, or the first car that we're going to bring out on this series of tests, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the Anis. It's going to be the Anis S80RR, ladies and gentlemen, retailing for a price of $2,575,000, I should say, ladies and gentlemen, so basically $2.6 million. And we found, we had a little bit of difficulty, full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, to be quite frank, getting these videos recorded. We recorded them, I deleted them or didn't manage to record them when we were trying to do them. Long story short, try as we might, listen, we couldn't get it in this round, but they crossed the line at about the same time. You can take our word for that. Okay, so the next vehicle we're going to be bringing out, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be another Anis. It's going to be another Le Mans style car. It is going to be the RE7B, retailing for $2,475,000. So there we go, sort of $100,000 less than the S80RR, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, it's substantially underperforming by comparison. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to point out all of the other cars are being driven by Mr. Raccoon. You know, he has a channel of his own. His name is The Bromby. The channel is called The Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, you should go and find him. Why do that? Because some other good videos on there. Okay, so the next vehicle that we're going to be bringing out, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an Overflood, I do believe this is. This is the Entity MT, I do believe, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is a very expensive car. If I can just find the entities on my list there, and it looks like an Overflood's on my list, and where the bloody hell are they? Okay, yes, retailing for a price of $2,355,000, ladies and gentlemen. It did sort of beat us up the front there, but like I say, the handling, ladies and gentlemen, is what the LM87's got going for it. It got around the corner substantially quicker, and that's put it in front, and it's going to take it down to the line. Okay, so it is one more Overflood, ladies and gentlemen. This one's going to be the Overflood Zeno, retailing for $2,820,000, ladies and gentlemen. It was released relatively recently on the game. We found it to be relatively underperforming, to be quite frank with you. There are a lot of other good cars out there for that kind of money. That's not to say it was a slouch, you understand, but yes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is the cornering that the LM87's got going for it compared to the Overflods, but no, the Zeno has got that extra burst of speed, or the top end there, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to drag it across the line significantly ahead of the LM87. Okay, so we're now moving it on to the Pegassi, or a Pegassi at any rate, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Pegassi Ignis. Once again, this vehicle was released relatively recently onto GTA Online, ladies and gentlemen, retailing for a price of $2,765,000. Mr. Raccoon and myself consider it to be a very, very kind and fine car, you know, very sort of beautiful looking, sort of, you know, it's having said that, the looks of the LM87 on that bad. It's sort of got more of a classical race than Fittipides, you know. And if you know who that is, it's a chap who ran from Marathon to Athens, you know. Okay, that's classical Greece reference for you. That's old classical racer, man. You get the idea? Anyway, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start to wrap things up. It is the Benefactor Serrano, ladies and gentlemen, what we like to call a serious contender for those of you who do not know, for the hoes at home, for the uninitiated, shall we say. You should be aware that the Benefactor Serrano is a very fine car for only $110,000. Can beat a lot of serious cars around the track. Unfortunately, the LM87 is not going to be one one of them. In fact, it's not even going to be very close, so not even close at all. Yes, the Benefactor Serrano loses to the Benefactor LM87. Okay, so the penultimate vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be the Pegassi Zentorno, retailing for $725,000, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very, very fine car, and we consider any vehicle that can beat the Pegassi Zentorno to be a competitive vehicle. And as you can see, it has got all the way up the straight there in front of us, but as always, ladies and gentlemen, it's that handling on the LM87 that's going to, yes, bring it around and take it down there. Okay, so here we go. It's the handling. It's more agile than an acrobatic acrobat. That's the simple truth of it. And the top speed's not bad. It's sort of quicker than a hand job from a competition cup stacker, you know. Okay, well, it's the final masquerade, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Grotti Italia RS6, and yes, of course, it's going to. If it couldn't beat the Zeno, it's not going to beat the RS6. So it's pretty much all over. What can we say about the LM87, ladies and gentlemen? In terms of acceleration, less convincing than the idea that the Secret Services don't interfere in national elections, you know, or sort of less impressive than being flashed by an impotent imbecile, really, to be quite frank with you. Handling, ladies and gentlemen, it's got more grip than a monkey wrench dipped in super glue. And top speed, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's more rapid than the British government's decline in sensible fiscal policy, you know, or to put it another way, faster than the British government likes to spaff money up the wall. In terms of looks, ladies and gentlemen, it's more old-fashioned than the concept of a truthful news media. The question is it worth the money? And both Mr. Raccoon and myself are strongly of the opinion that it's not, ladies and gentlemen. There are a lot better cars to go out there and buy for this kind of money. And yes, just to prove the point, Mr. Raccoon's thrown an explosive on it, and now I'm going to stand here and wait to die. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Do hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you very much for watching.